Okay, so we are on page 93, and we're going to learn the first student etude in the book. Let's talk about the theory first. You want to go through and say all of the bass notes because the upper note is always the exact same. The upper note is always just the open high E string, right? So not a big deal. You're going to always play that with your index finger doing a free stroke. Okay, so not a rest stroke where you push through, but a free stroke. Okay, where you pull back like this. The bass notes, you want to go through and say them. So it's E, E, F, D, E, B, E, B, F, D, E, B. Second system, E, E, F, G sharp, A, F, G sharp, E. Same thing again, right? So do that for the whole piece. Go through and say all the bass notes. Again, the upper note's always going to be just the open E string, right? The other thing I want to talk about is a couple scales that I use in this piece. The first one is called E Phrygian, okay, and that's just the third mode of the C major scale. I know we haven't really gotten into this stuff yet, but this is advanced guitar, so some of you may have already heard of this. So the E Phrygian scale is just root, flat 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7, and 1. So I use this quite a bit in the piece. And we did learn that earlier in the book, right? For the notes on the low E string. The other scale I use is just bringing that third up to a major third. So it goes root, flat 2, major third, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7. And this we call Phrygian dominant. Kind of a cool Spanish. They both have kind of a Spanish sound. One has a minor third, and one has a major third. So that's the difference there. So those are, you'll see the theory behind those in the review page for this module. So let's talk about the piece. Technique-wise, with the right hand, I want you to just do all thumb rest stroke. So it's gonna, whatever you're doing, it's gonna be thumb. Oh, sorry. Talked about that a little bit on the piece called Tumbao. And then for the upper note, which is always the open E, just index finger. So this is the basic motion we're doing. So here I'll play the piece for you slow. Third system. System. Okay, so I have to fix my thumbnail. There's a couple mistakes in there. Let me play it, or a couple little just notes that weren't quite so clean. So now I'll play it a little bit faster so you can kind of hear the flavor of the piece. This is really kind of not a rip-off, but influenced by a piece called Leyenda, or a piece called Malagueña. Malagueña goes... that piece, that's Malagueña or Leyenda. A couple famous classical guitar pieces. So let me play the piece a little bit faster for you. So let's see if I can do it. So again, a little sloppy, but at the end there, this is an interesting chord. Right? It's like an E major, but you slide your third finger up. And then of course, after you get this under your fingers, try to add some more musicality to it, meaning you'll see there's sections that repeat, and you want to contrast those either by going softer or louder or going brighter or darker. For instance, let me just show you. When the line is repeated, like from measure 12. Oh, sorry. So I did a little crescendo, and I did it softer, louder, just as an example. So try to add some musicality to it after you get it down. So that's a very brief version, a brief introduction to Etude 1. Feel free to write me with any questions. For your final, I'm going to have you submit either this Etude or the Etude from last week, okay, which I'm also going to add a quick video of. Okay, let me know if you have any questions, guys.